Hey again. We are going to go in and look at your weekly agenda. And this weekly agenda, once you go in, and again, I'm using first period just as an example, they all say the same thing. You're going to go in to Google Classroom, click on classwork, go to weekly agenda, and see the dates are on there, March 30th through Friday, April 3rd, I believe, if I'm right. Then you click down here. There is nothing to submit, nothing to respond to on here. This is just for your information. So you have your agenda, and it starts out with Monday. For Monday, you do welcome work assigned for Monday. The video link is attached. You select 5 vocabulary words from the list, and we'll go into that here in just a second. And you complete 5 separate charts, and I've attached an example. And what you're basically doing with your vocabulary, you're going to have each sheet divided into 4 sections. The top left box is going to be the word and definition. The top right box is the word used correctly in a complete sentence. The bottom left box are synonyms, which are words that mean the same, and antonyms, words that mean the opposite. You may not always find an anonym, and that's okay, but use Google to search for both synonyms and antonyms. Then on the bottom right box is going to be a picture showing the word in action or what it looks like. Just Google pictures and copy and paste them in the box. Then you'll turn these in through Google Classroom. Please try not to just share them, because I'm trying to be efficient with grading and returning work so that you can redo it if you need to as soon as possible. So make sure you turn it in, and then you may need to adjust the size of each box, and the box will expand as you go through it. So let's look and see what Monday looks like. So we're going to go back into classwork, and we're going to go down to your bell ringers, and I showed you what the bell ringers look like on the first video. So after you do your bell ringer and you do your response for Monday, and for Monday you have to just do the definition and give me an example from a TV show, so that shouldn't be too difficult. Then you're going to go down here to reading and related assignments, and you're going to the Lady or the Tiger, which is what we're going to work on this week. And the vocabulary, I'll go ahead and tell you before we get started on this. The vocabulary is a little bit heavy. There's a lot of words that you may not know on there, but it's okay. We'll get through it, especially if, as you're reading it, you listen to the audio of me, and I'll do a YouTube. I'll be on there, but you can read along as I'm reading it, and I'll stop at the end of each paragraph and kind of discuss it like we do in class. So that you know exactly what you're going to be doing. So the first thing for Monday is you're going to do the vocabulary for the Lady and the Tiger, and that's your first thing here. So when you click on here, you're going to select 5 words from the word bank below and highlight them in green. So if I'm going to select, say, the first word, semi-barbaric. So that's one of the words I want to do. And you can pick from any of the words down here, and all you have to do is 5. I want to do semi-barbaric, so I would go up here, and I want to highlight it in green. And I don't care what shade of green you use. If you don't like that green, that's fine. You can use any shade you want. But you're going to highlight them in green. So I'm going to unhighlight this one so it doesn't throw everybody in first period off. But you're going to highlight 5 words, just like that. And the highlighting, in case you don't know, is this little thing right here. See, it says highlight color. And when you click on that, it pops up with your colors. And then you can pick any of the shades of green down through here. I just did the first one at the top. So then, when you go down here, after you've got your 5 words, you're going to complete a chart that looks exactly like this for each word that you choose. So I did an example using the word galleries. Galleries, as they're used in this story, and I know a gallery is like a museum or like an art gallery. That's what you usually think of when you think of gallery. But here, it's a balcony or a platform where people sit. And then in italics, I explained it. This is the word and the definition I found and shortened on Google. So you don't have to type out a huge long definition, just something so that you can let me know that you know what it means. Then I use it in a sentence up here. The king sat in the galleries with the audience. And this is the word used correctly in a sentence. And it's got to be a complete sentence, punctuated, capitalized, all that good stuff. Then down in this box, you're going to put synonyms and antonyms. So synonyms for a balcony would be porch, stage, platform, balcony. And then antonyms, I couldn't find any, but you need to tell me. Don't just leave it blank. You have to acknowledge that you have looked for antonyms. So for antonyms, I just put I couldn't find any, and it's okay if you can't. Just say like I did just above, but if you find some, then you would just list them here. And then I found a picture of the galleries, and up here, this is where the gallery actually is. See where the little cross cursor thing is? That's actually a gallery. And that's a picture that I found on Google Images, and it's just copied and pasted. And the gallery, again, that is the balcony part that's up here, just to let you know. So when you scroll on down below my example, now it's your turn. Don't worry, the boxes expand as you type. If you choose a word that's a verb, which is an action word or a state of being, you'll just find a picture of something that's acting that word out. So if you do the word run, you would find a picture of a person running, and that's how you would do that. So I created text boxes for you to use for each of your 5 words. So you'll go through and do that, and that's all you do for Monday. Now we'll get out of that one, and we'll go on in to Tuesday. So when we read Tuesday, it says, it's a little shorter, it says do welcome work assigned for Tuesday, and you're going to read The Lady or the Tiger. And I have posted a YouTube video of me reading it if you prefer to listen as you follow along. Really pay attention because questions will be given for Wednesday. And whenever I read, if you want to read it yourself, that's fine. Like I said, the vocabulary is a little difficult. But whenever you read it, if you're listening to me, I'm going to stop at the end of every paragraph and explain what we've just read in that paragraph to kind of help through the vocabulary so that you can kind of understand what you've read. But when you go in and you're ready to read, we're back on reading and related assignments, and we're going to scroll down here, and right here where it says Lady or Tiger PDF, when you click on that, oh, it won't let me. But the Lady or the Tiger, this PDF will come up, and then that gives you the ability to go in and actually read as I'm reading. And then I have the Spanish version for English language learners. I've got the Spanish version in here also, and that's your Tuesday work. Okay, then we're going to go into Wednesday. For Wednesday, it says do welcome work assigned for Wednesday, and then do questions assigned for Wednesday. These all relate directly to the story read on Tuesday. And those, whenever you go in here, we're going to scroll down, and it says questions for the Lady or the Tiger. And your questions are, in case you need those read aloud to you, you're going to answer them on this form. Don't create another document. Answer directly on this form. If you want to highlight your answers so that they're easy to see, you can go up here. If you want to change the color of what you are writing, you can go on here, text color, and see how it gives you those same colors, and your words will be different colors. So question number 1 is, what does the phrase apple of his eye mean? And it's a figure of speech. It's an idiom. And we did idioms as one of your welcome work words a little bit earlier in the year. But it's just a figure of speech. And you can Google it if you want to. But what does that phrase mean when the king says that about his daughter? Why is why is this the apple of his eye? And then where does the king sit in the arena? You'll go down through all of these questions, and I'll post a separate YouTube video with all of that read to you a little bit later on. But here's where your questions are. Okay, so then we go on to Thursday. And Thursday and Friday kind of run together because Friday is sort of a catch-up, tie-up loose ends sort of day. Thursday, you're going to complete the welcome work assigned for Thursday. The video link is attached to the welcome work assignment. And you're going to turn in your work. And you're going to go to a website after that called storyboardthat.com. And you use the link that I've attached here. And when you click on this link, the hyperlink, for whatever reason, is like coming up down below. But this is the hyperlink that's going to take you to Storyboard That. And again, I'll post a specific Thursday thing that has a little more detail for you. But that's where you find that. And every class has a different link. So please make sure you're using the one that's in your Google Classroom. And then once you're on the link, you're going to create a storyboard, kind of like a graphic novel or a cartoon, and you're going to try it out and get used to it. You're going to create the following slides, and we'll go into more detail about those for Thursday's video post that I'm going to do for you. And then again, if you can't figure out Storyboard That, you can go to Google Slides or PowerPoint, and you can follow the instructions for each slide, and you'll create the same. Up here, you'll just do it in either Google Slides or PowerPoint if you don't like Storyboard That. I won't be offended if you don't like it. And then on Friday, there's no welcome work for this day. I just encourage you to read something that you enjoy for about 15 to 20 minutes. Drop me an email and tell me about it. I kind of want to know what you're reading. And I gave you my school email. It's web.beth@brevardschools.org. And then make sure your Google form with your welcome work has been turned in and submitted. Complete all the vocabulary, questions, storyboard activities, and make sure they're turned in correctly. And then I gave you, like I said on the first video, I gave you my office hours, and it's 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. And then again from 2:30 to 4 o'clock p.m. And that's Monday through Friday. And I'll be on Google Stream. So you go into Google Stream during those times, and I'll start a comment section for the office hour time slot. And then if you can't get to me during those times, make sure you email me at my email listed above. And again, you use your Microsoft Office email that I showed you on the first video, and then I'll get back to you just as quick as I can. And we'll go on next with your specific videos for each day.